All right, you know what time it is. Neil Ratner, Rock Doc here with a story. Billy Joel celebrates his 73rd birthday today, so I thought I'd tell you a few things about the piano man that you might not know. And as usual, a little background first. So as a kid, Billy was bullied, and as a result, he took boxing lessons, which actually led to a short career as an amateur boxer, and he won 22 Golden Glove bouts. But when his nose was broken in fight number 24, he decided music would be a better career. Now, Billy's mother had forced him to take classical piano lessons at a young age. His father was a classical pianist in Germany, but left to go back to Europe when Billy was only 8 years old. He had been a classical pianist in Germany, came to the States, got married, had kids. Then he went back to Europe when Billy was only 8. And as a result, supporting the family was very difficult for his mother. So when Billy was in high school, he had a part-time gig at a piano bar to help pay the bills. Now, one night, the gig went very late, and Billy missed an important English exam the next day, resulting in him not having enough credits to graduate. He could have gone to summer school, but just walked away instead. According to Billy, I told them, to hell with it. If I'm not going to Columbia University, I'm going to Columbia Records. And you don't need a high school diploma over there. Well, Joel eventually did sign with Columbia. And in 1992, he submitted essays to the school board and was awarded his diploma at Hicksville's High School's annual graduation ceremony 25 years after leaving. All right, good for you, Billy. Now, Billy and I are the same age, and we both grew up in Long Island. And in Long Island, in those days, there was a really active music scene. Being a musician, as you all know, frustrated drummer, I was part of that scene. You know, I was in bands, we listened to other bands, and I first became aware of Billy when he joined a Long Island group called the Hassles that was starting to make a name for themselves. All right. Now, I lost track of Billy's career after that until a number of years later when at the Mar y Sol Puerto Rican Pop Festival held in April of 1972, I was there as tour manager for Emerson, Lake and Palmer, and I was really surprised to see that Billy Joel and his band were performing on the same day. Now, unfortunately, I didn't get to see his set, but it was very well received, and it definitely helped his career. But Billy's big break came when a Philadelphia DJ started playing a live bootleg of Billy's song Captain Jack, which became an underground East Coast hit. And lucky for Billy, an executive named Herb Cohen from Columbia Records heard the tune, and he wanted to sign Joel. One problem, Billy was in a bad record deal. His first album, Cold Spring Harbor, tanked, and that was partly due to a mastering error by his label. Okay. But Columbia wanted him, so Columbia's lawyers tried to sort out Billy's problem. In the meantime, Billy moved to LA and got a gig at a piano bar called the Executive Room, right? But he couldn't use his real name. So since his full real name was William Martin Joel, he became Bill Martin. And if you know the song, you'll recognize that name. You know the song I'm talking about. And now, according to Billy, all of the people are real. You know, I'm a piano man. You know the song. Okay. John was the name of the bartender. Paul was a real estate broker sitting at the bar every night talking about the great American novel he was going to write. And the waitress practicing politics was Billy's first wife, Elizabeth Weber, who he moved to LA with. She worked as a waitress at the Executive Room while Billy played the piano. Okay, so that's where Piano Man came from, the song. Okay, now I'll end with a little personal story. Billy was inducted into the Songwriters Hall of Fame at a dinner ceremony in New York City in '92. I was managing a songwriter named Denise Rich at the time, and I was running her production company called the Dream Factory. We had a table at the event. Okay. The evening was fabulous, man, with all the inductees performing. And I didn't want to miss a performance, but I really had to go to the bathroom. And it was right before Billy's set. So I ran out to the bathroom as fast as I could. Okay. As I reached the entrance, I almost knocked down another guy who was also in a very big hurry. Now, as it turned out, I chose a stall right next to this other guy. And as I began to experience the relief of being able to take a piss, I heard that guy next to me give that same sigh of relief, right? We both started to laugh, right? I turned to look. And who do you think it was? It was none other than Billy Joel. Excuse me. We looked at each other and we started to laugh hysterically. And of course, we finished up and he ran back and gave a great set and I listened to a great set. And it was really a fun evening. Billy Joel, and I mean, how many people, you know, a lot of rock stars do residencies in Las Vegas and stuff like that. Billy Joel's residency is at Madison Square Garden, and he's been doing it for years. All right, if you haven't seen him, maybe you'll have a chance. I think he's going to do it again. All right, that's my story. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll have more stories as the week goes on. And you know where to find me around the internet. And as I like to tell you, always remember to keep on rocking. All right, bye for now.